Everybody keeps saying that I need a personal assistant, but y'all have to understand that I am extremely private. And a lot of people that be signing up for the jobs be fans, and I don't need. When I say that, because I hate the word fans, because my babies are my dolls, but I'm talking about taking pictures, sneaking pictures of your house, letting their friends know where they at, just doing the most. Bragging and don't know that they are fucking snitching, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bragging, but they really telling your fucking business. No, I know my baby's like, I'll help you, and I know y'all mean it from the kindness of your heart, but don't let anybody in your house. Don't even let me in your fucking house till you get to know me. You with me selling my furniture. They didn't know what floor I was on. My team met them at the door downstairs. They needed their ID, all that shit. I don't know, just know you have to be safe. And then the two that did have to come in and get like a certain furniture, man, that face is big as shit on my camera. And I got their ID with their addresses. You hear? What I'm saying is you have to be safe. And I know I have a team. I have an amazing team. But an everyday personal assistant, do I want that? Do I have that? No, I want it yet. Requirements, the fuck? She can't have no motherfucking kids. She can't have no social media. She gotta have a car. She can't have a fucking boyfriend or girl. No, I'm not gonna find. So it's a lot of shit I do on my own, or I'll just, you know, I just my team, my fucking team, we get this shit done here. In other news, my motherfucking skin shorty. Good God, April. Yes, Divah. Damn, my skin look good as a motherfucker. Alright, y'all, so I was looking at y'all DMs and I seen y'all saying that I should make them sign a consent form and all that. I do. Everybody has to sign it. Staff members, stylists, whoever. If you are in my space, you do have to sign it, but the requirements are still the same. So of course it's going to be hard for me to find somebody because everybody has social media. So lately, here and there, I will show y'all some of me and my husband's conversations, and y'all been liking that, but I just wanted to show y'all how much he do love me and he do support me, even though we are in right now. Most of y'all know my husband is on the box, and our situation is a little heartbreaking, but he is a man and he is holding himself accountable for his mistakes. How I still hurt, but you know, I gotta work, I gotta keep things moving no matter what, and we just preparing for when you do go to court to get his time. In the midst of that, he always encouraged me, I encourage him, I'm there for him, he don't need no motherfucking body because I'm there. But even through our hard times, we still find a way to uplift each other and others, and that's how we see the blessings, and that's are able to be friends and husband and wife and you know all of that stuff, and I appreciate it, and I'm sure he do. So yeah, although I am going through a lot, it's going to be in my book. All of it's going to be in my book. I still keep it moving every day, and when y'all find out the things that I am going through and I'm still able to do all that I do and get y'all up, y'all gonna be like, how did you do that, baby? I don't want y'all to look at me different or feel sorry for me. Understand that I am strong and I can do anything through Christ who strengthens me, so I'm gonna be okay. The thing about me is this: I don't ever want to live my life with y'all thinking that I'm perfect. I never, ever, ever will place myself up there. People do that. I say people do that, their expectations of you is so high. When you do make mistakes or they do find out something about you, they be so adamant about sharing it or trying, like feeling like they have to put your business out there. And one thing about me, if somebody knows something about me, it's because I put it out there, not because they found anything out. Because I put it out there, and I put it out there for always knew I was going to be somebody. I didn't know what, I didn't know when. I'm nowhere where I know God is going to place me at, but I always knew. I always felt like if I can go ahead and tell my own story, you know, then nobody else can tell my story for me. It's already out there. way I can go ahead and finish doing me and receiving my blessings that I know I deserve. And actually, people used to talk about me. When I say talk about me, I'm talking about people will be like, tell your business too much. She always put all her business out there. I'd rather for me to put my story out there and for people to accept me for me. And if you don't, then fuck it. People gonna love you or hate you regardless. So I'm not about to be out this motherfucker like I'm never changed. Now the blowout may be real. My situation may be a little different, but I never changed. I always remained April. I always worked. I always got out here and did what I had to do for me. Like I always was her. I always was the provider. I was always that friend that you can turn to or know you can have a good time with, or that friend that you know would try to suck you dry. I always stood on my own too. Always. And even when I was going through my roughest times, people never knew because I never was the type to show that side. So even when shit wasn't sweet, people thought it was because I knew how to keep my business, to myself. When I decided to give social media a try, I started off with being myself, and I continue to be myself. I started off with telling people who I really am. Every mistake I ever made, anything I decided to do with my business, my personal life, my body, it don't matter. I told that. Even with the situation with my daughter, I put that out there. I told people that because there's a lot of people that could relate. And it was also a situation where I knew my baby would grow up and have a lot of questions, and I just knew that people would try to touch that spot. So I told that story, and I talked to her, and I told her this is what we will have to face one day, and we face it and we deal with it. Because guess what? I might not have pushed her out, but she's mine. I had my baby ever since she was 2. She's mine. She looked like me. She act like me. All she knows is me. From when she first started school, how to spell her name, her first color. And that should tell you the type of person that I am. To be able to handle something like that even when I was a kid. She saved my life. When people speak on that topic as if it's a bad thing, I have a problem with it because it's like, wow, this is something amazing. This is a blessing. God brought us together. And that's why we are together. I am her mother. That's my daughter. And I don't care if people don't respect it, because we do. She have a grandmother that love her. She has me. She has a father in her life. She has cousins. Baby has a whole family. And all I care about is her embracing it and being comfortable with knowing that, baby, this is not a bad thing. I'm one of the luckiest little girls in this world. Even with the situation with my husband. I knew what I was getting myself into when I was younger. I knew that he was a drug dealer when I was younger. I thought it was cute. I was young. It was benefiting from it too because he was taking care of me when I was a little ass girl. I've been with him for over 13 years. But all women, when you love a man, always feel like in your heart, just maybe I will be that woman to change him. That will be able to change him. And I am that woman to my husband. However, you are dealing with a man who has been selling drugs ever since he was 14 years old because he didn't have no choice. Because that was the only way that he was going to eat. Continue to try to build him and show him the right thing to do, but he got to be ready. Then he get incarcerated and he come back home and his wife is this big ass superstar. She's Instagram famous. People is crying when they together. They asking for pictures. She has money. He don't know how to cope with that because I was none of that when he left me. So as a man, of course he's gonna have an ego and feel like, damn, my wife gotta take care of me till I get on my feet. So he out here trying everything to be legal, trying his best not to ask me for nothing. Don't nobody want to put him on, but that one that one thing that he know he's good at, that he know he can make a quick buck. He tries, it don't work out. God catch him every time. Every time. If he don't do anything else, he get on his knees and pray. And you can't pray to God and ask him for nothing. You out here trying to do another thing. So of course he gonna lock you a minute. But the good part about it is you're not dead. And you don't have life in jail. So you got another chance to get out here and make this shit right. Not just for you, but for your motherfucking wife. Because everything that you decide to do affects me. So at this point, it ain't even about you no more. Sit your ego to the side for you lose your entire family. Because at this point, I can't do it no more. Because when you try to go out here and do certain shit, they ain't talking about you. My name come up. You have to understand that your wife had everything to lose. I love you already. So I know the flowers gonna come. I know you helping me pay you paying all the bills. That shit gonna come. I love you already. You ain't got to do that. So now he understands. But the world don't. This city don't. They don't want to believe that me could actually do all of this. But you understand, y'all have to understand, we praise Beyonce and Jay-Z and Magic Johnson and Diddy and all of these people that we tend to look up to. But for me, these people are human because they are human. And if they can do it, so the fuck can I. My husband ain't fund none of this. And I proudly say that. And he will proudly say it himself, because at this point, he don't give a fuck. Because guess he is lucky to have a friend like me. Fuck a wife. Because it's so hard for any man to get out here and find somebody like me that's going to love you regardless. When I look at those celebrities, they motivate me too. But I also know I can do it, so I do it. But I don't get credit. And at this point, I don't give a fuck. Because I'm not doing it for my critics. I am doing this for my fucking family. To get my family out of this shit. To get my husband out of... I showed my husband that you don't have to sell no motherfucking drugs to make no drug type of money. Look at your bitch. Look at your wife. Look what I... When God gets you out of this, when you do your time and you get out of this, you better get it right or I'm the fuck God. I can't stay. Because if I do, I'm going to fucking jail with you. If I do, I'm going to die in these streets with your ass. I love my daughter way more than I love you. And I know you love her way more than you love me. So do it the fuck right. Drug shit ain't about nothing. It's dead now. It's dead. The game is dead. They out here giving these motherfuckers something else. Wash it up. Rap. Also, the people who have a lot to say about me. Half of these women and men has never met me a day in their motherfucking life. Facts. But instead of coming to me and ask me, how did you do it? Teach me something. Let's link up. They do the total motherfucking opposite. So I can't relate to them. And if I cannot relate to you and your energy, and my energy don't mix, I can't be around you. So that's why I'm always by myself. I have had people try to do everything in their power to tarnish me as a person and turn my businesses upside down. And I still talk about my hair. They talk about me. They talk about my businesses. Anything that will make a person feel the exact same way that they feel about an individual that they don't know. That's a really good person. They'll do it. That's why I don't give a fuck about them. And I don't give two fucks about a hater. That's why sometimes I stun. That's why I post fly shit every day. To motivate them, to show them no matter what you say, no matter what you do, look at me. Look at me. This bitch winning, baby. And no matter whether you respect it or not, you gotta respect it. Because I'm really out this bitch doing it. And I make mistakes all the time. all the time. I am not perfect, y'all. I swear I have the same problems as y'all. I still get stressed about bills. I still wait to Comcast turn my cable off and then I pay it because I don't open up my Comcast. I still make mistakes. I'm still just like y'all. But we all learn from them. There's so much more to me. There's so much more to my story. But guess what? I am blessed, y'all. I am so blessed and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Because if you would have ever told me that this would be my life at the age of 33, I would not have believed you because I'm supposed to be dead. I've been in abusive relationships before. I've dealt with women. I dealt with men. God has delivered me 100 million times. I always ask him for his forgiveness. But what I never ever did was hurt someone else. Ever. I didn't lie. I didn't steal. I didn't cheat to get to where I am at. And that's why I still remain. When little girls tell me I look up to you, I always say, baby, be better than me. Because even though I am setting examples out here, but I always want y'all to do better. Because my life and my situations is hard. So I wouldn't want y'all to walk in my shoes. You walk in your own shoes and you strut. You all. Next time you look at me, I need y'all to look past the Chanel bags. I need y'all to look past the designer shades. I need y'all to look past all that shit and understand that I am still human. I am just like y'all. But I am grateful and I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. Even the haters, because they keep me on my toes.
There's something big at NTV and Merchants right now at NTV and Merchants.